Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to show you guys how to get an even, flawless base on acne skin. So as you can tell, I have a lot of acne. I have a lot all around this area, a lot right here. I have some on my cheeks. I have a lot of redness. I have a lot of redness. I have texture. I have a lot going on. And I've just been struggling with acne for so long now that I've just picked up some tips, tricks along the way on how to like make it look nice. I feel like if they're not going away anytime soon, might as well work with it. I've tried so many things to try to get my skin right, and nothing has worked. I feel like I've tried everything out of the drugstore. I'm slowly moving into like higher end skincare, but that shit's expensive. Like, it's freaking expensive. So I mean, I'm working with it for now. I want to give you my tips and tricks on how I get my makeup to sit nicely on my acne skin. So yeah, so the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is skin. So I have very combo skin. I'm very oily in the T-zone, and I'm a lot drier, like probably like around my acne area and like down here. What I like doing is exfoliating a lot, probably like 2 to 3 times a week, because if you know, when you have acne, you get the little dry patches on top, and I hate that. So like, I just feel like when you have acne, we tend to have like more like dry patches. I don't know if I'm making sense, but at least I do, and I feel like exfoliating helps that. So I exfoliate 2 to 3 times, yeah, 2 to 3 times a week, and then I moisturize the shit out of my face. So if you're oily, if you're dry, if you're normal, combo, whatever your skin type is, I always feel like you should really moisturize your face, even if you have a lot of acne, because I feel like it really smooths out your skin. Like, I have like I said, a lot of acne, but like down here in like spots where I don't have it, my skin is really smooth. I feel like that lets the makeup lay down nicely on the face. The moisturizer I use is this Clarins Hydra Essential Gel Moisturizer. The reason I really like this moisturizer is because it's like a gel consistency. It's not like too heavy on the face, and it just, I don't know, it really hydrates me. A little bit goes a long way. So I really like this moisturizer. Second thing is, I do not prime my face at all. And if I do prime, I use this Smashbox primer water. Like you can see, it's so empty. But I love this stuff because it, like, again, it brings like a nice freshness to the face. I stay away from like the Benefit Professional or like the Smashbox like pore filling primers. Any type of pore filling primers are going to ruin your skin and bring more texture out. At the end of the day, I feel like when I used to use those primers, because if you have acne, I feel like we all have large pores. Like, I have such huge pores around this area, around my forehead, like on my nose. I just have huge pores. But when I used to use those pore filling primers, I feel like I would get more oily. My makeup would slip off more easily. Even though it would look flawless for like 20 minutes, it would only stay on for 20 minutes. So when I stopped using it, I just saw a big difference in my skin. Like, there was less texture, there was less like clogged pores, because that's one thing that I freaking hate. I feel like I never got them out of my skin. I haven't used those for a very long time, and I've just seen a difference in my skin. on how the makeup lays on my skin and how long it lasts on my skin. So no primers. So my holy grails right now are the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation, I believe that's what it's called, and then the Maybelline 24 Hour Stay Foundation. Now the reason why I love this combo so much is because this one is nice and radiant, and this one's a little bit more, and this one is a little bit more matte. So I like mixing these two because I feel like I get the perfect combination of like radiance and a little bit of full coverage, because I still want to cover up the acne. So I feel like I get the full coverage from this and the radiance from this. Just mix it in the back of my hand, and I'm just going to dot it all over the face. So to blend this in, I'm going to be taking the Morphe M439 brush. And what I like doing, instead of like swirling the product in, I like pressing it in and like really pushing it into the skin. Because I just feel like it gives it a nice even base, instead of like swirling it in or really buffing it in and like it brings out the texture. I just feel like patting it in really helps like cover everything and not bring out as much of the texture that's on your skin. Now I'm just taking a little bit more on the cheek area because that's where I have the most acne. I'm just building it up a little bit. When I'm all done blending it out, I just go back in with my Real Technique sponge and just push it in, and this also makes sure to get all like the excess product so it doesn't look cakey. As for concealer, I've been really liking the Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and I like going in with a lighter shade under the eye. So I'm just gonna put that right in this area here. On my chin. The bridge of my nose a little. And I'm going to really blend that in with my Real Technique sponge. Now, when I'm blending it in, I don't swipe, I don't like rub. I really try to just press it in, because that's what really like pushes it into the skin and like makes it look flawless. I just take whatever is left and I put it on my lid to conceal all my nasty veins. For powder, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Now for powder, I really like to put it on like the bottom of the sponge and really press it into the skin. I don't like baking on a day-to-day basis because I feel like it really looks very dry and cakey sometimes under the eye. So if I'm not going for a full coverage super beat, then I'm not gonna bake. I just really press that powder in. So everywhere where I put the concealer is where I'm pressing in the powder. Now I just take whatever is left on the sponge and set the rest of my face with it. For bronzer, I've been using Benefit's Hoola bronzer, and I've been taking that on a Morphe R10 brush. So what I like doing is building up the bronzer slowly. Like I said, because I have a lot of acne in this area, I like to, instead of swiping back and forth, I like to stamp my bronzer on. So I stamp, and I like to like start from like probably like the end of my eye, and I just bring it back, and it tends to pretty much blend out itself. See, and I just feel like that doesn't really disturb any of the texture and acne I have around this area. So my favorite blush at the moment has to be this Wet n Wild Mellow Wine blush. It's just so pretty. So I like to apply the blush with this big blush brush. It's this Morphe brush that came in the holiday set. It doesn't have a name on it, so I just like tapping off the excess, patting it in instead of swiping it on. Before I do my highlight and my lips, I'm gonna go off camera and do my eyebrows and my eyes, and I'll be right back. For highlight, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Chrome Molten Gold highlight. For the highlight, I like applying it with a small brush. I got this trick from Mitchell on Instagram, and he just, like, he's a god. He is so good. So when he did this technique, I started doing it and I love it. So I use, again, this Morphe blender brush. It came in the holiday set. Now I take a little bit of it and I spray it with my Smashbox primer water. And again, because I have a lot of texture, a lot of acne on my cheeks, I just like to put it right here, like on the highest point of my cheek. I just, again, I like to pat it in, not swiping, nothing. I just like to pat it in. Now, to balance everything out, I like to take a little bit of highlight on the tip of my nose with my finger and a little bit right here. Take some in the inner corner just to brighten up the eyes. I'm just gonna pop on an Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Dusty Rose. So here's the finished look. And even if you don't have acne, like, if you try these, I feel like you'll still get a freaking flawless face. Now let me know down below if you guys are gonna try these techniques, if you guys have tried them, if they work for you, if they didn't work for you. Now this is what works for me, and I just wanted to share it with you guys because, like I said, I've been struggling with acne for so long, and if I'm gonna have it, might as well freaking work with it. Alright guys, if you guys found this video informative, if you got some new information out of it, if you're gonna try these tips, tricks, techniques, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I got more videos coming. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.